Look at those long legs fly. There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up at night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston. Ha ha. That's even a little longer on Texas Tech Day for you folks. I'm Bob Tallman along with Boyd Paul Hamus and Andy Seiler. This is the end of a Super Series number 4. Today the guitars are going to be flying. They're going to be picking on them. The big checks will be paid. It's the last kick of the cat for everybody in every event.
Yeah, and I want to start with a guy that's been kicking the cat every day he's been here. A 27-year-old bulldogger from Canada named Ryan Shuckberg. He was 5'7" and won the first round of the steer wrestling. He came back in round 2 a full second quicker, 4'7". He's won $6 grand, and he's got a chance to do what we call a sweep. Win every round of his Super Series. We had a bull rider do it in the last series, but it's a very rare feat, and I'm looking for Ryan to maybe get our second sweep.
I'm looking for the cowgirls, right? So in the barrel racing, it's Megan McLeod Sprague. In round 1, she had a decent run. She was 15 flat. But last night, she threw a 14.54, and this horse, Jagger, that she is on, she raised this horse herself, and every pen is different. She just won San Antonio, but there's a lot more space here. But she's showing us that her and Jagger have all the versatility they need.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that run in this third round. Let's go down to the arena floor to the fourth member of our broadcast team. This is Janie Johnson. Hi, Janie.
Hi, Boyd. Here in just a couple hours, Warren Zeider is here ready to rock the star stage, but I'm with you, Andy. I'm keeping my eye out for the cowgirls tonight, except I'm looking at the breakaway roping. Kendall Pearson, she's a 2-time Canadian champion, 2 times to the national finals breakaway roping. She won round number 1 with a 3 flat, came back last night, won a 3rd place check. She's last year's Super Series winner, so she already has one of those guitars, but you know that she wants another one. And maybe one of the coolest parts is Kendall's entire family is here in Houston. Her sister carries the flag during the national anthem. Her parents flew down, so the Pearsons are in the house ready to cheer on Kendall in the breakaway roping.
Well, welcome to our country, to the Pearsons. Tie-down roping is the first contest on the agenda on this Saturday at Rodeo Houston, sponsored by Boot Barn. So far, so good. Shane Hanchey, he's the man to beat if you want to move on to a semifinal. Former Rodeo Houston champion, world champion. He's on top of the board. Keep your eyes on Ryan Jarrett, Riley Pruitt. This is a pretty talented field.
Well, Seth Hall is a couple of $1,000 behind. Here's the rancher from Albuquerque. Oh, my, nice. Gone with it. Clock's at 7. Here's 8. He is going to set a bar. Woo! 1 wrap and a half hitch. That Huey's going to send him back with an 8.9. No messing around from here, Andy.
And there's what Bob was talking about. 1 wrap and a Huey, a little bit of a gamble, and that's what he had to do. He won $1,000 up to this juncture through our first 2 rounds of competition, so we needed more. Typically, and I know we're repeating ourselves, but it's worth noting, you have to get around or above the $3,000 mark if you want to advance.
It's only been a couple of instances where people under 3,000 have advanced. Now, this is Logan Bird from Natin, Alberta, Canada. And we can brag on Logan. He's 30 years old. He was 8'5" in San Antonio, but we always like to brag on his horse. His horse's name is Peso, and in Las Vegas, they won $272,000 on the back of this horse. Logan needs some money as well. Got $3,001, but you can never have too much. See now how that horse works so well? That calf met him at the end of the rope, but Peso did exactly what you ask a tie-down roping horse to do. So watch this first. Had to run him a little ways because that was a hard-running calf. See the horse stop, see him back up, keeping that rope tight, and then once he's flanked, he quits backing up and just keeps the rope taut. And Logan answers with a 12-1.
The next man you are going to watch is a world champion and a past Houston champion. We asked Shane Hanchy, tell us a little bit about your career and what advice would you give younger kids in rodeo?
You know, longevity has been a staple for my career, and I've always prided myself on not messing up, not going too fast, staying in my lane, and doing what I know how to do. And I feel like if kids would do that, they'll win a lot.
Focus on what you can do better. I love that. Continually work on yourself. Well, whatever he's doing is working. For the past decade and a half, he has made the National Finals Rodeo every single year. 15 consecutive times. He's won over 3750, and I think he knows he's going to advance, so he was trying to go after it. And he may have gone a little too quick. He is going to break the barrier. Now, what does that mean? He did not give the calf a proper head start, so he gets this penalty.
But it was part of his strategy. He was going to stretch that barrier. He knows he has enough money won already to advance to a semifinal. So why not take a chance and, kind of jump the snap, so to speak. And the time for him, including the penalty, will be a 20-9.
Let's go to the 23-year-old Canadian who has been 2 years ago to our big show in Las Vegas, the Wrangler NFR. This is Bo Cooper. Stettler, Alberta, Canada. Now, he was hot in the first round with an 8-9. But today you gotta be super hot. Make a run with this. He's 122.50. He's on the bubble when it comes to the final payoff. A little extra time on the ground, and we're looking back at the barrier line. There's a speed trap that got him in trouble with the tie, and yes, he broke the barrier as well.
It's not a judgment call, folks. You can tell whether the calf trips it with the rope that's tied to him or the horse runs through it before the calf trips it. You can tell how the trip occurred, how it was facilitated, that it was either the calf or the horse that did it. If the horse does it, it's a 10-second penalty. So that's back-to-back 20.9s and broken barriers.
Well, when it comes to cash, we need to turn this roper into a raider. Kyle Lucas of Carstairs, Alberta, Canada. He's been raiding the coffers recently. He's number 2 in the world after finishing second in Fort Worth and winning the title at the Fiesta de los Vaqueros, the party of the Cowboys in Tucson, Arizona. But he's only won $1,000. $1,000 is not going to be enough. Add to it, Mr. Lucas. Riding that same horse you saw just a little bit ago. Peso, the good buckskin. But we are having some troubles with a bronchi calf. Now, we'll get him flanked, string the front leg, gathering tie. 15-9, not what he needed, gentlemen.
You were bragging on that buckskin horse again, the $300,000 NFR winner. I wonder if the horse actually knows how good he is and why everybody wants to win on him. I wonder what the horse has.
We tell him all the time, but I just got to go back to Andy when you were talking about the rodeo in Tucson, right? Okay, so you work Caldwell with Randy Corley, right?
That is correct.
Get him to tell you about the time he took the bus ride to Mexico out of Tucson. Great story. You need to make him tell it.
Okay.
Riley Pruitt's another great story from Gary, Nebraska, the son of a world champion. His mom, Marty, was a great barrel racer as well back in the day. This cowboy's 33 years old, an NFR champion. He finished second last night with a 9 flat. That was worth $2,000, but he needs to get a little more. He's got a calf that ran hard. He's over the 50-yard line, going to try to make it up on the ground, and does. That's the second fastest run of the third round of this Super Series. And that's going to be, if it holds enough to vault, Riley Pruitt. He just took the lead on Money One by $125. If that 10 flat holds at second, he would win this Super Series by $125. Wow.
How long is 20 years of your life?
10
Boyd and I had a chance to start bragging on this next guy 20 years ago when he was the Resistol Rookie of the Year in 04.
Bob, if you were in a courtroom, that would be called asked and answered.
Yeah.
You asked a question that was already answered.
I've been in a couple of courtrooms. I don't think that's a good deal.
Trying to stay out now, are you?
All-around champion of the world, 2005, 13 times. This man has graced the arena in Las Vegas at the NFR.
So you know what I remember about that at the time? You and I were asked to predict the outcomes of the National Finals Rodeo. Trevor Brazil was in his prime. We predicted he would win the all-around, but we were wrong. This guy did, and they rubbed our noses in it. Come on, Ryan Jarrett, let's do it, RJ!
9.9 with a little limp stepping out of there. I don't like to see that. Somebody had to reach up, put the pressure on him, and he does just exactly that. 9.9, be proud of it. We were 10-2 for a second a moment ago. He can move into that position.
Look how one run could change everything.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, Riley Pruitt was winning the Super Series. He's now 5th and can't advance.
Now the final man to go, Jake Pratt, has 2 no times. So his only chance is to try and bump Ryan Jarrett's 9-9. So he's got to win the round. He's got to be 8-8 if he wants to advance.
And even if he does that, he'll only win 3,000, and you've got to win 3,250 or more. Yes, it would. It would bump Ryan Jarrett down.
Oh, he hit that line hard. Jake Pratt, get down. Pretty Paint Horse, get back. Get it over, String. You better go one and out of there. He did it. Interesting, gentlemen. 9.7.
It reorientates the board again. So now Riley Pruitt's back. Based upon the total money earned, that 9 and 7 was just enough not to put Jake Pratt into the semifinals, but to bump Ryan Jarrett and put Riley Pruitt back in.
What a competition we saw. The barrier came into effect with a couple of athletes trying to push. Once you get out from behind it, then you got to make the rope fit. Throw yourself down the line to meet that calf. Tying the legs up as quickly as you can. Grab a full breath and hold it to see how it all unfolds. Here are the advancers for our 4th Super Series. It is the all-around hands. Seth Hall at the top, followed by Hanchey, Bird, and Pruitt. We'll see you guys in the semifinals.
I want to see how a rancher plays the guitar. Good job, Buckaroo. New Mexico is sawing on it. Good job, Seth. Boot Barn brought you the tie-down roping.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wildcard competitions. The winner from each wildcard will advance to the championship. They join the others for a shot at the $65,000. with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Oh boy, coming up next, it's the bareback riding competition.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, would you pledge to rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver? If you scan the QR code, you'll receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
Thank you to Cavender's Boot City. They sponsor our hard-working arena crew. You see them all over the place. They're down in the dirt, on the chutes. They make it all work behind the scenes.
It's all about captions. Everybody my age is thinking about captions. They're available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. Now, we're going to make it easy on you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center of the screen, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Hey, everybody, look at the video screens. Everybody look at the video screens. You want it. What are you on? The Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. It's bringing out the Wild West in all of you. You are looking good.
It is a gorgeous afternoon at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. It's not just beautiful outside. We have got a beautiful competition brewing on the inside. Bareback riders are ready to do it. Thank you to Chevron. They are our partners in this great competition. Who's done it the best so far? Look at this guy, Weston Timberman, the two-time collegiate champ, has been spurring his way to some pretty good paychecks. He is nearly guaranteed to advance. $4,500 has him in a great spot. But Rocker Steiner and Clayton Bigelow are looking to move up a couple of notches and guarantee advancement.
There's only two guys in for sure, so it's a dogfight now for the other six to find those final two spots. It's been feast or famine, Bobby T, for Ethan Mazarenko. He finished in the top four, round number one. Nothing last night. Last chance to dance for the Alberta, Canada Cowboy.
Easy does it. That's the name of the horse, Y49 of the Calgary's, or this is Survey Championship Rodeo. Jason Frost had this horse here, rode him pretty good, but he missed him out. They were 84 points on this horse in Sykeston, Missouri. You got to do it, Ethan. Gap him, slap him. You're doing it. Horse a little quick. Right down the middle of this football field in NRG Stadium. Now, when the horse goes to gassing it, picking it up, I'd rather have him stack up. They're going to mark him 79. He's still on the famine list, Boyd.
Yeah, I just hated to see all that daylight between his hand and the bottom of his butt. That looked like it might have hurt a little bit. 79 for Ethan. Let's go to Luke Thrash. Andy, he's got to pick it up, right? 75, 79 is what he's done so far.
Yes, he does. God's Plan is the horse. Wasey Shala, the all-around cowboy, was 84 on this Survey Brothers Bucker in San Antonio. Luke's number 19 in the world. Won the Will Rogers Stampede in Claremore, Oklahoma. Then also took one of the Saturdays during the summer at the Cowtown Rodeo up in Piles Grove, New Jersey. Right, they just got inducted into the Hall of Fame not too long ago. Luke Thrash, the up-and-comer, try and utilize his last opportunity to get out of our fourth Super Series. Needs to try and win this round. Can the Cajun get it done? Fellas, this is his best ride yet in this Super Series.
And the second jump, you watch what God's Plan does. Horse jumps out of here, one jump, whoa, to the left. That'll set you up for failure, but it never bothered him a bit. He just went right on with it. He'd read the book on the horse. He knew what the horse was going to do. Nice job. Pretty purple chaps. Should have been red or black on Texas Tech Day. 76.5 for Big Luke.
I know we've shown you that Weston Timmerman was the big money winner coming back, but hot on his tail, only $750 behind him, is this guy Mason Stuller. He won the first round with an 84.5. He came back yesterday with an 83. That was worth fourth place money. He's a 21-year-old cowboy in his third year as a pro. He was 85 in Tucson back in February. 84 in Fort Worth. He's been in the 80s here. The horse is called Midnight Snack. I just saw a yellow flag hit the ground, and he'll have to hope 37.50 is enough. The mark-out rule, it's going to happen on the left side, so we didn't see it from that angle. But you got to have the heels of your boots in contact with the horse above the break of the shoulders when the horse's front feet hit the ground on that first jump. If that foot drops like that one did, and the contact is removed, it is a mark-out violation and a no score.
Speaking of horses, we asked our top guy in the Super Series, Weston Timmerman, tell us about your horse.
I know this horse really well. I've seen it a bunch of places, and it's a really good horse. He's going to be really slow, maybe even turn back. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun.
Well, it's been cool and fun to watch this kid's career take off. Last year's Rookie of the Year went to the National Finals for the first time. Mudslide. That's what he's talking about. Stack it up. Almost bucket in one spot. Andy, there's everything to love about that ride.
I love how high he gets his feet up on the horse's neck. How close to the mane of the horse can he keep those feet as he is in total control? How about 84 points and a beautiful first stroke for Timmerman?
Well, he is going to be proud to say I went to Clarendon College. That's out there in West Texas as well, in Donnelly County. Now let's go to Anthony Thomas. Where's he from? Houston, Texas. Hometown hero at the age of 37. Now they call this horse Little Bug. They have Rocker Steiner, who you're going to get to watch in a minute, had this horse 3 different times. Been 88 and twice he's been 86 on him.
Anthony is not a native of Houston. He was born and raised on a cattle station in Australia, then came to the United States to compete in rodeo, and decided on Houston as his home. All right, Little Bug. NFR bucket horse, but that flank strap is slipping a little bit. It stayed on, I think, through the 8. How about it for a hometown kid? 37-year-old kid.
Ooh. Took him right down the chute gate, Boyd, with that, and there's where you started to see the flank
Start to slip, but it stayed on throughout the ride, I believe. And, ouch. Not a friendly or fun way to land. 70 points for Anthony.
We want the Clayton Bigelow of round 2 to show up again in round 3. Had a little tough luck on his first horse, but then was 84 last night. 2019 champ of the world as a young horse from the Bailey String named Slippery Slope.
This could be the year for Clayton Bigelow, the world champion, to cross the $2 million mark. California, are you in the house?
Oh,
no! Wow!
Spurs over the neck of the horse. Woo! It's going to be a no score, but watch this. The first half of this ride's pretty good. Holds his mark out, but watch his right foot. Right here, spurs over the neck of the horse and loses all control, and then he just goes into survival mode, Boyd.
Yeah, he didn't get disqualified for spurring over the neck. That's legal. What he did is he saved his life by putting two hands down and double grabbing to save his life. That's a world champion bareback rider from California, folks. Let's be good to him. Thank you. He's already out of the money. Luke Thrash is sitting there at $1,500 right now. So let's go to Rocker Steiner. What's he done so far? 80.5 last night, 83 the first night. So Rocker's sitting there with $2,000 won. I would expect him or Tanner Ross to advance. So what Rocker needs to do is win money. Anything better than a 79, and he's going to be doing great.
That ought to be easy for a man who's been in the high 80s and 90s many times. The warning shot from David Bailey. Look at there. Oh, let her loose. Oh, the goose is going to fly on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. The hair's flying, the fur is flying.
I think it's ironic that he draws a horse called Warning Shot. Is this putting everyone else on notice that Rocker's ready to do it? How about 86.5 for Steiner?
That's it. Now tell me what you think. Yeah, buddy. Fire's on. He said, I've done it, I've done it.
So that means Tanner Ross has to finish. He's got to win $1,750. No, he's got to win. He's got to win $250. So he's just got to be in the money, which would be better than 76.5. I think if he does that, he'd be able to bump Ethan Mazarenko, who's in the number 4 spot right now. Tanner Ross is the great one, folks. His dad, John, is a Great Lakes Circuit champion bareback rider decades ago. This kid is now in his mid-30s, 34 years old, number 14 in the world, 8-time NFR qualifier on one of the greatest bucking horses ever. This is a horse called Womanizer. The guy you just watched, Rocker Steiner, was 90 on this horse in Sykeston. This is a world champion saddle bronc. Underneath, Tanner Ross. Come on, Minnesota, let's play.
Totally different game. Feet set, horse much slower, but the big jumps, the big kicks, and it allows you to set your feet in a totally different style. Look at here. He never moves off of that rigged one jump. Minnesota, be proud of your man. Everybody else, be proud of that horse. 85 points.
And that means he's done what he needed to do. So when you watch the bareback bronc riding, you got to strap yourself in. It's just one hand on one rigging. Look at their faces. Look at the face of the bareback rider, the concentration, the grit, and the determination. Even if you're a world champion like Clayton Bigelow, things can go upside down. Even if you're a hometown boy, things can go inside out. Either way, you got to smile or live to ride another day. The youngest bareback rider in this field is winning the most amount of money in this field. There it is, Western Timmerman 500 head of Rocker Steiner. Tanner Ross, based on that 85 today, he'll be moving on. All right, it's time, Weston, to show us what you got. What are you gonna do, buddy? Uh-oh, he's got a plan. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. Oh, flying through the air, jamming on that guitar. Nicely done, Weston Timmerman. And a big thank you to Chevron for bringing us the bareback riding.
Don't go anywhere because they will come in pairs. Team roping next in H-Town.
I want to say thank you to Houston Methodist, the official health care providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of the Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine. They are caring for our rodeo athletes.
It's autograph time at the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Meet our Rodeo Houston athletes, bullfighters. Hey, there's Leon Coffee, rodeo royalty, and more in sections 103 and 124.
Well, there's little over a week left of Rodeo Houston action. We'd like to have you at NRG for every one of those performances. If for some reason you can't make it, don't worry. You can watch us at home. Space City Home Network. We're on the Cowboy Channel. We're also broadcasting live every day on Telemundo. Don't believe me? Let's meet our commentators. Enrique and Luis. Hola, mi amigo.
Hola amigos, saludos a todos ustedes. Gracias por acompañarnos aquí en el NRG Stadium y por supuesto les invitamos que descarguen su aplicación de Telemundo Texas para acompañarnos con toda la acción en español aquí en Rodeo Houston.
Gentlemen, last night in team roping, Lightning Aguilera went long distance as he and Patrick Smith caught in 4.0 to win round number 2. Suerte a nuestros amigos en doble lazo esta noche. Good luck.
Welcome back to Houston. Welcome back to Houston. That's what you're going to win if you win a Super Series. A Rodeo Houston guitar. And it is a beauty. We'll be giving away 2 of them in the team roping. As we say thank you to our friends at Corral. Handcrafted boots for bringing us this contest. My buddies, Terrio and Cox. That is Marcus and Wyatt. They have been on fire, won a bunch of money, $8,000 already. Aguilar and Smith in hot pursuit. Another event where it's going to come down to this round.
This team needs it the most here.
Money is what they need, money.
Brady Tryon and Calgary Smith. Huntley, Montana, number 15 in the world on the head side, number 14 on the world, the heel side. You're in the top 15 at the end of our season, which goes until the last day of September. You qualified to the National Finals Rodeo, our Super Bowl. That's why we continue to tell you where they are in the world standings. Brady's been there twice. Calgary's hoping to get there. Past Canadian champs. We got them on the horns. Can we get 2 on the back? We will only catch 1 hind leg, turning a 4 and 6 into a 9 and 6. With that 5-second penalty for only catching 1 hind leg.
In the first event of the tie-down roping, we talked about spoilers. They were going to be the spoiler if that would have worked that way. But that penalty, you get 10 seconds as a penalty if you break the barrier. We've already talked about that. 5 seconds for roping 1 hind foot. Now let's go Brown and Yates and see how this works. Luke Brown, he'll be at the head end. Here is a $3 million team roping. Champion Trey Yates has won $1 million.
This is kind of the biggest surprise, I think, that they haven't won more money.
That heel loop wadded up like spaghetti when it hit the ground.
Yeah, these 2 guys' resume says they should be near or at the top of this Super Series, but they've been bit with some bad luck. A hind leg in the field will put them in at 10-4, and only catching 2 out of 3 steers, it's doubtful you'll see them in a semifinal.
And we have a correction. Tryon and Smith also broke the barrier, so they're now 19 and 6. Coy Rallman and Cole Curry. They've been solid all week long, 6-2 and 5-2. Add it all together, they're creeping up on $6,000. Coy, the winner at Dodge City last year. Cole Curry, qualified to the National Finals Rodeo 2023. Been a standout in the Southeastern Circuit. Actually used to rope with Marcus Terrio, who we talked about just a few moments ago. Coy gets a little momentum on the head loop. Cole doesn't take any time. 5 and 7, and they go to number 1.
What an amazing heel loop. You have to understand the heeler's got to wait to throw his loop until the hind quarter of the steer makes the complete switch. But Cole Curry threw it immediately after that switch. And at 5-7, they're now projected, if that holds, to win $11,500 in this series.
I'd have to say that the two of you, Andy and Boyd, helped raise these guys through college rodeo, talking about Kellen and Carson Johnson, the brothers and a world champion family of team ropers from Wyoming. No time.
I don't think they'd give us credit for actually raising them, but
You've been bragging on them for a long
yes,
time.
Yeah.
that we have done. Yes, we have.
I've changed diapers, but not theirs.
Okay, TMI. Let's go to Shea Carroll. Logan Moore. What did we get done so far? We're 6-1 and then a no time. So we got a pretty decent check in round one. We need more. 3-time NFR qualifier. Oh, no. Actually, our team roping isn't so tough that something like that might still work out. Even though they got a 5-second penalty in the field, at 10-3, they're winning second place in the round.
That has Marcus Terrio and Wyatt Cox salivating at this opportunity. They've won $8,000. They have nothing to lose. They are going to advance. So get greedy.
Amen.
5-6 and taking the lead. And in this arena, on these cattle away, we've watched them now in 4 Super Series. 5-6, it'd be just a good run. Head catch, perfect on a short rope. Heel catch, absolutely perfect. Good shot, Wyatt. 5.1.
They are dominating this series. That has now moved to the #1 spot. They're projected to win over $14,000 if that holds with 2 teams to go. One of them is J7 Bland along with Tyson Thompson. You're from Monday, Texas, and your last name is Thompson. If you don't know how to rope, you can't come home for Christmas.
They won second in the Big Ranch Open this year before last. That family won first. That was a $50,000 win last year, $65,000 win this year. When you're a Bland, you're a rodeo.
Well, Bobby T, they know this Super Series format. This bracket system we have, you have to win money, and they need to make something happen. So they are looking at that 5-1, saying, let's be 5 flat, maybe even faster.
Uh-oh, you see him look back. He hung his rope. Something fouled him.
Well, that's what he's wondering. And that's the judge's ruling, whether or not the barrier in some way or another impeded his ability to rope. And it doesn't appear that they're saying anything different. Okay. Oh, what did it hit?
I don't know if it was that or if he just lost his spoke.
I think he just lost his spoke.
I think the healer was way too far out of position to have hit ropes.
Nothing to lose, everything to gain. They had a no time on their first run. Won the round last night, so they're going for first again. There we go. They've done it. Oh, gentlemen, there are going to be 4 guys down there. There are going to be 4 guys down there wanting to play a guitar. The 2-time world champion Patrick Smith at the heel catching side. Lightning Aguilera, number 5 in the world and moving up. But there's going to be a tie at the top. I want to see this wrestling match between Marcus Terrio, Wyatt Cox, Lightning, and Patrick.
Marcus would win. Long tosses on the head side, trying to catch 2 horns. As they take that left-hand turn, this group of healers was firing fast. When you catch one hind leg, you get a look of disappointment. But when it all works out, let's see if the Stoic champion will even smile. Come on, Patrick. 12 grand at the top with Terrio and Cox, Aguilera and Smith, Rahman and Curry along with Johnson and Johnson moving on.
And the tiebreaker declares Marcus Terrio and Wyatt Cox. Saw on it, Marcus. There you go, Wyatt. Oh, a humble bow and a tip of the hat from Marcus and Wyatt as we tip our hat to Corral. handcrafted boots. They brought you the team roping.
Coming up next, it'll be the saddle bronc riding.
Anyone who knows rodeo knows there's nothing more important than safety. That goes for our fans too. The Crown Royal Riders want everyone to make it home safely. As you enjoy Rodeo Houston, please make sure to always assign a designated driver. Crown Royal wants you to drink responsibly. Rain on, Houston.
There are so many great vantage points inside this stadium to watch this rodeo, but I don't know if there's one better than the chute seats. They are presented by Chenier, and you can find them each and every performance with all those happy waving people right behind our bucket chutes.
Speaking of the bucket chutes and all the pins and all of those gates down there, that's our arena crew that sets them up, takes care of them, make sure they work properly every day. They are sponsored by great people, Cavender's Boot City. Good camera shot on that collar right there for Cavender's.
Wonder what they're discussing. Oh, there we are. Hello, welcome back.
Boy, you picked a good day to come to the Houston Rodeo because tonight at 8 o'clock, just like on every Saturday and Sunday night at 8, we are lighting up the sky over NRG Arena. So stay with us tonight, and you're already at the rodeo at 8 o'clock, the drone show presented by ExxonMobil.
What a great thing to experience. And we are loving that our bucket chutes are loaded up with saddle broncs, the event that started it all. That's why they call it the classic event. Energy Transfer sponsors it. Who's done it the best so far? Weston Patterson. The Waverly, Kansas native has $5,000 in his bank account and one more chance to get some more. He's followed by our defending champion, Damian Brennan. Wells, Bohr, and Wilson have something to say about who gets out of Super Series 4.
Here comes the rancher from Wyoming. You say everybody's a rancher in Wyoming. 2 acres or 2 million. 14th ranked in the PRCA standings on a Saturday, Brody Wells. Here's a guy that's got a David Bailey bucking horse that Lefty Holman was 85 points on a year ago right here in Houston. Now, this guy has an 85 first round, $3,000. 74 in the second one. You got to catch up, Brody. Give old hard drive the boots. Now, you watched an 8-second bucking horse ride in the bareback riding a few minutes ago, folks. It's a little different. They are in a saddle that is made especially to ride bucking horses. Get up, paint, gone with it, hard drive. There you go, Brody. Bit of an odd start. Awfully nice finish.
But a lot to like after that. Picturesque, all right? Watch the young man holds his feet. That's called the mark-out rule. After that, the timing and rhythm to keep those feet moving above the horse's shoulders. 84 points. Strong start in the saddle bronc.
I like it. So now, Ira, if you're gonna be a nemesis to this horse, be a raider. You've got the one. Oh, be very afraid of a horse named Apple Pie Moonshine.
No, thank you.
Okay, I don't know if y'all have ever drank Apple Pie Moonshine, but don't do it.
No, thank you.
You gotta be a raider. On a horse like this, Big Bay, that comes from the Bailey Company, Shane Gunderson. He's been 78 and 80 so far. Won a little over 1,000. Ira Dickinson, no! apple pie moonshine gives him a hangover.
I told you. No, thank you.
Wow, this 25-year-old stuff to get in the ground, folks. He was 84 and 85 in San Antonio. He really needed to clear this horse for a chance to move on, and it's not going to happen.
Hard to do when you lose a stirrup, and his toe was at the end of it right there. Hits the ground. Bailey Small and the business girl are about to meet up. Not in normal life, but just in the bronc riding. You're looking at the 16th ranked man in the world standings, Mountain State Circuit champion. Oh, that's 11-year-old mare. They have been 87 and 88 and 89. Stacking up, let you do your thing. Do it, Bailey.
Did she buck backwards?
One jump.
Yeah, she's so cool. Woo! Flaxen mane horse. Doing all kinds of stuff at Bailey. He's from MacArthur, California. We await the verdict. 1 to 50 points on the horse, 1 to 50 points on the cowboy. 82 and a half for Bailey. So remember, half from the horse, half from the cowboy. Here, our next bronc rider is Alan Bohr. He has a horse called Fringe Benefits. He doesn't know anything about the horse, so we asked him, what do you do when you don't know a lot about the horse you have?
I will find out who's been on it either this year or last year, and I'll call them and ask them. And I mean, everyone's real good to help each other and help us to succeed.
In order for Allen to succeed, he needs one more good ride. They were 84 and a half on this horse at the Georgia National. Fringe Benefits. Strong finish to this ride for the man from Axtell, Utah, who was $1,000 to the good, actually $1,375 to be specific. As you see the fur flying off this horse that comes from the north down to Harris County. Needed a good mark. I don't know that 79 and a half will be enough.
So, hey, leading this is Brody Wells, and Jamie Johnson has him right now.
Yeah, Brody, you're down here with the very first guy out, and that horse, Hard Drive, kind of had a wild start out of the chute. How did you manage that?
Yeah, no, he wasn't standing very good, kind of had his shoulder cocked off, and saddle wasn't right, but took a step up, and then I nodded for him. And, yeah, he come out there and almost felt like he wanted to stumble on his front end, but he picked himself up, and he felt great.
Now we just have to wait to see if he gets the guitar. A lot of bronc riders left.
Absolutely, one of them including the defending champion of Rodeo Houston, Damian Brennan, the Western Texas College standout. He's had 2 great rides coming in. He's won 3,000. He could win another. An NFR horse from Calgary Stampede called the Flying Karma. And I'm not a judge, but I did stay at a really good hotel last night. Is there anything that you could fault in that ride?
Not one jump, and he gives it to him. Look at him lift on the rein. He's not pulling. We are going to see a brand new leader, 84 and a half for Damian Brennan. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Can he go back-to-back? That story is yet to be written. But look out for this up-and-comer that we teased at the beginning of the bronc riding. Weston Patterson, the Prairie Circuit Finals champ. He's number 8 in the world standings. He's been 84 and 83 and a half. $5,000 richer. Seamus the horse from Generations Pro Rodeo. They were 84 and a half on this horse at the National Western, and things are getting Western now. A lot of drop on the front end, but I kept looking at that left foot. He got a little bit behind on the left side.
Yeah, you want to be above the break of the shoulders, as high up into the mane on the horse as you can get with every jump. And he did his part in a big way. How about 86 and a half? And Weston has ridden his way to the top spot.
That is bigger than a wow, so just make it 2X. Cash Wilson, you could be 87. Come on, buddy. Painted Pearls, Painted Pearls is a horse that they haven't marked in the high 40s, but consistent, okay? This is a Generations Pro Rodeo bucking horse. Got to be 82 and a half or more. That's why I said let's just go ahead and be 85, 6, or 7. Cash, in his 3rd year of Pro Rodeo, he is the reigning and current champion. I think those go hand in hand. Of the Badlands Circuit, North and South Dakota.
Bobby T, I think he moved back to Wall, South Dakota, but he actually went to school at Clarendon College and then Tarleton State. So we have seen him at the collegiate level as well.
I have one of my godchildren, there's about 15 of them, 12 miles out of Wall, South Dakota, a little town called Phillip.
Painted Pearls is the horse they're trying to get to stand up. He's
trying to
kinda
get his
leaning
left
on
leg.
that left leg, yeah.
Get that left leg up in there where he wants it. Now they're getting the horse to try to square up.
He's got a great girlfriend, but I'd be nervous about the father-in-law. I can tell you that.
Oh my goodness, Roy Lemel, I don't know.
Come on, Cash.
Row, yeah.
Way to hold that mark out. He holds it for an extra jump to make sure everything is clear for the judges. Then from there, the spur stroke is a thing of beauty. Horse takes a little scoot from there, trying to turn those toes out, needing to be 82 and a half. He is going to be 80, and right now he is on the bubble. He bumped Alan Bohr, so he's on the bubble.
At 1750 with one gotta go, who has only won $250, and that's got to be the biggest surprise of this Super Series. Cade Bruno's the #1 ranked man in the world, and he's been 77 and a half and 77. That's been worth $250. So he's got to split 2nd and 3rd. So that means he's got to be 84 and a half. 84 and a half to have a chance at bumping Cash Wilson.
Well, they've been 85 points on this horse in Utah. Ira Dickinson, who we met in a previous Super Series. When you're #1, when you're #1 in the world, everybody wants your spot. Oh, getting his left leg mashed right now. He said, just want to stay there. But to think about it, he's only won, has been mentioned, $250. Give it to him for the last show. See if you can move up there. Oh, you gotta go now, Kate. Yeah. Woo! Beautiful turn. And that horse never quit kicking one jump in that 360 to the right.
You know what? That's a tall order, but he might scare it with this ride. That is Generations. Oh my. Oh my, he did it. 85 and a half. That's just enough to sneak him into the 4 spot. He had to have a big number to have a prayer. He bumps Cash Wilson out. He moves in, and the #1 man in the world is going to compete again at Rodeo Houston.
So many variables come into play when it comes to riding a bucking horse. The measurement of your bronc rein as you push it forward. The horse that you have drawn underneath you. How hard do they buck? How high do they kick? How far do they travel? Well, when it all comes together, the judges tabulate your score. Get to see who has the biggest check and gets a sigh of relief like Patterson, and who winces like Dickinson. Brennan hoping to go back-to-back, and we're going to give him that chance, but it's Patterson who takes Super Series 4, followed by the Aussie, the Wyoming man, and the Idaho native. There is Weston Patterson jamming on it. Love that guitar. Our champion of Super Series 4 Thank you to Energy Transfer for sponsoring the Saddle Bronc Riding.
Up next, we're going to get down and dirty. Steer wrestlers are stacking up.
All right, everybody in NRG Stadium, it's time for Entertainer Trivia. I want you to answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2026 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
If you want to create a memory that'll last a lifetime, then make sure you visit our fan zone. We've got 2 locations. It is brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Visit our rodeo royalty. There's Miss Rodeo America and Miss Rodeo Texas. All kinds of athletes. I know Leon was there earlier. Sections 103 and 124.
Those 2 beautiful ladies are costing you a new hat. Hey, look at the video streams. The Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam with Leon Coffee. Not just Leon. Oh, I wear my sunglasses that night. Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam, putting the Wild West in you. Well, that's a great shot. I love it. I love the horns, too. I love the mustaches. Oh.
Look at that. They are dancing out in the parking lots. A little do-si-do on the midway. Looks like a fun group to hang out with. Nobody has more fun than the steer wrestlers. The big boys of our event will ride on in with our friends from Mattress Firm. Up to this point, Ryan Schuckberg is looking to sweep the field. He's won both go-rounds with a 5-7 and a 4-7. He is guaranteed to win this Super Series, but he's got fellow Canadian Stephen Culling right behind him, world champion Pearson. Now we got to see how it all shakes out, Bobby.
Here's the guy trying to catch the leader, Culling. Fort St. John, BC, slam 'em. What a way to set the bar, make everybody else have to hurry. Make everybody else have to run at the barrier line.
Oh, boy. Hey, there's 3 out of the 4 spots are open as we come into the last round. Only Schuckberg is guaranteed once we start. So, Riley Duvall, you know what to do, buddy. Number 16 in the world, the Duvall name is synonymous with greatness in the steer wrestling. Whether it was Roy Duvall, Bud Duvall, Tom Duvall, Sam Duvall, Uncle Bill Duvall. I mean, they're all great ones. And so is Riley. He carries that name with pride. And 1/10 of a second off at 4 and 5. Folks, these times would have won any previous round in this Super Series.
I was a little worried when he slid him around the corner. Was the judge going to let it lay? Yeah, he did. I'm glad he did, too. All right, Big Jacob. And I do mean big. Here is an NFR qualifier 4 years ago, an average winner the same year. A world champion, Jacob Elder. Nice fall.
This came together very quickly, Bob. Watch the steer kind of checks up as Jacob's getting down, so it almost feels like a car crash. But Edler's able to bring it all together at 4 and 7.
And I will just say the first 3 guys did what they had to do. All 3 of these times under 5 seconds. They are all now advancing as we speak. Everybody else has now got to beat those times if they want the money. Let's turn now to the man who has won everything so far. 5-7 in round 1, 4-7 in round 2. If he is 4-3, he has a chance at sweeping the series. Strategy-wise, guys, 4-3 is a tall order. Do you go for it, or you just make the best solid run you can?
Second. I'm going to go for the best solid run. Oh, he nodded in a hurry when he hit the back door. Oh, yeah. Get him up. Come on, Ryan. Yeah, he still made a heck of a run at a 6.6 for Ryan Shuckburg.
No, he did, but the rule is when you knock this steer down with the weight of your body, you have to get him back up. So everything was coming together, but right there when the steer goes down, he has to get him back up before he can throw him to the ground. So a little bit of bad luck coming Shuckburg's way, but that's okay. He's going to be moving on. Cody Devers of Perryton, Texas. Number 7 in the world, 2-time NFR qualifier, Prairie Circuit Finals champ. He is looking at those quicker times because he needs to be fast. $500 won is not going to be enough. It'll take at least a $2,000 payday, so that means you need to be quicker than 4 and 5. Why not just be 4 flat, Bobby T?
Well, after breaking the barrier 2 runs in a row, he's going to be thinking about it. They're looking back over there. Is the Hazer in trouble? Yeah, his horse is in trouble. Now, we're ready to spank and shank one. Boy said, be a Raider, be a quick one. Ah. He didn't draw the steer to get that on. That old steer's neck's pretty stiff for Cody Devers.
Absolutely.
5-3.
So we asked our next guy who has been, oh, we got a barrier on that one too, so that's a 15-3. We asked the next guy who's been rodeoing for 20 years, what's your favorite rodeo memory, Tyler?
Oh, man, well, that's easy. 2017, winning the world. I got to take pictures whenever it was all over with our family, our kids, and that stuff, it lasts forever. You know, we got all that on the wall, and all of us, my family, my friends, the closest people to me, and that memory will last forever.
Yeah, there's very few people who have ever won a gold buckle. There are more people with Super Bowl rings and Olympic gold buckles than with a gold buckle, or Olympic gold medals than with a gold buckle. He won his in 2017. Where's he sitting on money? He's won 2,000. So right now he's in the number 4 spot in total money won, but he's got 3 guys to go after him, so he's got to do well. Got to do well. Tyler, there you go, bud. Andy said, why not just be 4 flat? How about it for the 40-year-old Bulldogger going up against these kids? And the cream rises to the top with Tyler Pearson. Fastest run of the Super Series.
Okay, Andy, why not be 3-9 with Levi Rudd?
What he has to do, Bobby T. If you look at the bottom hole, 3,000 sits there. Levi Rudd's won 750, so he needs to win the round. He has to be 3-9 if he wants a chance to advance. He's number 5 in the world standings. California Circuit Finals champ, hard-running black and white steers. And he will be longer than he needed to be at a pair of 6.6 for Levi.
Yeah, well, he drew a steer that was crossbred with Seabiscuit.
And doesn't smell good either. He looks like a skunk. There you go.
6-6 on the time for the former champion of the Cheyenne Frontier Days. Now let's go to another great veteran. 4th in the first round, no money in the second. So what does Clayton have to do? He's got to win first as well. No, second. Second, so he's got to be faster than 4-4. 4-3 or faster would give him, I think would give him enough money, Bob, to advance. 4-3 or faster.
Remember, we use the words advance. We're talking about money won. And on our boards of what they've got to do, right up. I think there's a lot of horses being used here today.
Well, there are. And the guy that you just saw be 4 flat, Tyler Pearson, is hazing for him. And that's something that you hear a lot of steer wrestlers say, is Tyler is a great steer wrestler in his own right, but he might be one of the best hazers ever because he is a very, very good horseman. So Clayton's getting some good help on the hazing side.
Let's see what 260 pounds can reach for. Put him out of position. Reaching over there that far, and I don't like the way he's walking back, Big Daddy. Dang it.
Riley Duvall just breathed a huge sigh of relief. Because when that happened to Clayton Has, it put Riley Duvall in the top 4 and left him there. Bulldogging, the big man's event in the sport of rodeo. 6'1", 230 if you're Stephen Cully. The steer's going to go 550 to 600 pounds. Left horn down, nose up. Clayton loses the inside horn. The champ with the 4 flat, the fastest run of the series. And the reaction from the audience in the background is all you need to see as Big Jacob is leaving town. Here are the athletes advancing. Chuck Berg of Canada. Pearson of Mississippi. Culling of Canada. Duvall of Oklahoma. Oh, I like the hair. He didn't get the sweep, but he did get the guitar. And I like that hair, cowboy. Thank you to Mattress Firm for bringing us the steer wrestling.
Fast horses and beautiful ladies. When we return, it is the barrel racing at Rodeo Houston.
The fun doesn't stop after tonight's concert. Get your adrenaline rush or play some games at the carnival presented by First Community. Taste award-winning wines from around the world at Champion Wine Garden presented by Frost. If you're 21 and over, enjoy dancing and live music at the Hideout every night from 6 p.m. until midnight. Looking for a casual or fine dining experience? The Ranch Saloon and Steakhouse has got you covered. Enjoy some live music and grab an ice-cold beer at the Miller Lite Ice House. Unwind with a drink as you enjoy a live DJ at the Topo Chico Hard Seltzers Oasis. So stick around, there's plenty to do and something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
We ask a lot of peculiar questions on our text-to-screen questions. The one we asked you on Warren Zeiders was, what is his zodiac sign? That's a peculiar question, okay? You had a chance to pick, and if you pick Libra, you got a chance to win season tickets to next year's rodeo. The winner will be announced on March 23rd. I picked Raider. I thought Raider was a zodiac sign. Oh, well.
We're getting ready for a horse race here at Rodeo Houston. The ladies barrel racing is coming up next. Every single competitor has won a check in the Super Series, so it is wide open. Let the fastest horse win.
Beautiful description, Janie, as we load the barrels into the arena for the Cowgirls to go around all 3 in this cloverleaf pattern. We say thank you to our friends at S&B Engineers and Constructors. Who's done it the best? It's Megan McLeod Sprague and her horse Jagger. They have been on a tear. She is the #1 lady in the world, and she's #1 here in Super Series 4. Summer Cosell of South Dakota, Pinkston and Lyde round out our top 4.
All right, let's start it off in Tarleton Country at Stephenville with A.C. Pinkston.
Horse's name is Bullet. She's originally from Alice, Texas.
Oh, next generation's doing this right. Nice turn to the right, now get you 2 to the left. Everybody in the house, let's help them. There's your race moment. Oh, AC, we'll live with that. 14.91, not the fastest, but dang sure good.
Solid time. We go to a young lady who qualified to her first national finals last year, Halen Lyde, China Spring, Texas. She is in and going. Texas A&M grad. She got her MBA from Sam Houston. Come on, Lone Star Lady. 14.71, and she's now at the top. Way to go, Halen.
Looking good. Her husband's a vet and a bronc rider. We look next to Ashley Rogers from the great state of Louisiana. Her horse kind of pulled a quick one on her yesterday. So the Southeastern Circuit Rookie of the Year, real estate agent as well. In and around the right-hand turn. Switches hands on the reins. Alamano left. And you can see that horse, he's got to work on that left-hand turn with him a little more. Nice young lady from Louisiana, and it'll be a 1636.
All right, the fourth lady to go today is from Pawhuska. That's Oklahoma. Here comes a lady was a nurse, and I have never seen her ride a horse that didn't have a set of genetics that were beyond perfect. Beautiful. Anytime you can make a turn like that, keep that horse turning and pushing. That's the rider. Let's go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Got the whip down today, 1489 for Wenda Johnson, 1489.
You're looking at a 5-time NFR qualifier. Consecutively, that moves her to the number 2 spot thus far.
Well, Wenda Johnson, she needed to get something big done tonight in the round in order to move on in the Super Series. Right now, she's sitting second, but she's on a new horse this year. So I got to talk to her and ask her what she thinks of Diego in this setup.
Well, I'm very proud of the horse I'm riding. He's a 9-year-old gelding that did come off the track. He's new to my team. His name is, he's a Mr. Moonflash, owned by High Point Performance Horses. And round 2, he was amazing. I'm so proud of him. He really tried hard, listened, and you know, even though I probably still safetied a little bit more than I would like, hopefully in round 3 I can soften up and really let him work underneath me.
Well, coming into tonight, Wenda was sitting 4th and 5th in the Super Series. The top 4 are going to move on. Now she's 2nd in the Super Series, or at least for tonight's round. We'll see if she's going to move on. We have 4 amazing barrel racers still coming up, including Summer Cosell and her awesome horse, Apollo. They got a round win. And, of course, Megan McLeod-Sprague, number 1 in the world. She's coming up in this next set.
But probably the most interesting is the next lady. She was a saddle maker with her husband for 25 years. They actually built the world champion saddles that were given to the world champs at the end of the year. She's now 67 years old, and she's just living her dream. Donna K. Rule, Minco, Oklahoma. Got injured at the NFR, but is back in the saddle for Houston. Come on, come on. You gotta help this lady ride hard. Yes. 1494, and for the time being, she's in the top 4 on money.
Blenheim, South Dakota's Summer Cosell. Started off with a bang, 1486, won round 1. That was worth $3,000. 2023 NFR qualifier. Won Walla Walla and Livingston, Montana. Holds her horse out. Gold and yellow all over the place. 2 turns in. See if she can get one more check. By the 3rd one, she is. The Badlands are back. 1450. That now goes to number 1. She's trying to win 2 of 3 in our go-round.
That 1450 is going to be a tough one to beat, but our next barrel racer, Megan McLeod-Sprague, she's number 1 in the world. She's already clocked a 1454, so she can definitely get this done. Jagger loves Houston. They just won San Antonio. We got the moves like Jagger around that first barrel, headed into that second. Ooh, and we have a down barrel. This came in a little too early. Megan McLeod-Sprague, she's got some good money won in the Super Series. I think it should still be enough to move on, but that down barrel, that's going to cost them.
Would have been 1471. It's a 1971 for Megs, but you're right, Janie. She's sitting solid. Right now, it's going to be between A.C. Pinkston and Ashley Castleberry. Ashley has not won a big check yet, $250 last night. So she's got to, oh my gosh, she's got to win the round, which means she's got to be 1449 to have a prayer of knocking A.C. Pinkston out of that number 4 spot. I said she's from Montgomery, Texas. She's your neighbor, right up there in the northwest side. So let's ride with a hometown, a Go Texan County cowgirl for sure. Checks him up going into barrel number 1, wants to make sure he doesn't run by it. Same around number 2, tight corners, straight lines. Thank you. And her fastest run of the week, 14.96, but about a half second longer than she needed if she wanted to advance.
It's all about advancement and it's all about winning. When you see Wenda Johnson turn that horse loose, the flag drops to back it up electronically. Big horses, big steps. Summer Cosell, that lady always puts a little extra bling and bling on it. But to get around them, be close, and still not knock one down, that's what it's about. Summer Cosell, $6,000. The Badlands lady, woohoo! What about that? Oh, do it again, do it again. What a hand she is. That's barrel racing for summer. In the winter, S&B engineers and constructors made it happen.
The fast horses are put in the barn. Now we get out the ladies with a fast trigger finger. Breakaway roping as we fire away with our friends from Oxy. They bring us the cowgirls and the ropes. Well, the winning ways continue for the lady that has done the best up to this juncture. Jackie Crawford, our defending champion, has won over $5,000. Well, exactly $5,000. Followed by the Canadian champ, Kendall Pearson. Look out for Jill Tanner, and we got world champions all over the place.
Let's start with Jill Tanner. She's been a champion of the American. Stephenville, Texas has placed 4th twice at a 5 flat and a 5-3. She's drawn some hard running calves, but she's done her job every time. She's drawn some calves that could really run, but she was 5 flat night 1, 5-3 night 2, 5-1 here today. We'll just have to kick back and see if that's enough to get her to where she wants to go.
All right, Larry D. Guy, let's make Taylor County proud. That's Taylor County, Texas, our home, Abilene. A ranching, everyday working family, a many-time world champion, 9 of them to be exact. The lady can rope, breakaway. She is a Texas Tech Red Raider, no. Rotten calf run like a snake. First to the left, back to the right. Texas Tech, give her one for that if nothing else.
Well, the Red Raider, this is a rare miss, but at your point, Bob, that calf ducked left, dived right. No fun, no fair. All right, if there's a queen, and she just backed into the box.
That's Jackie Crawford. 23-time world champion and the defending champion here at Rodeo Houston from Stephenville, Texas. Solid as the center of an oak tree. 3-2, 3 flat. 5,000 to the good. We're going to add to it 3 and 8 for Jackie and $1 million smile.
Did you see her wipe the sweat off her brow? She's like, she knew she drew a runner, and that's her longest run. I watched. She's going to wipe the sweat off her brow. She's like, whoa, that was close. 3.8 for Jackie.
That roan horse will run a hole in the wind for that lady if the ground was on fire. Hope Thompson, Abilene again.
You ever seen those little bitty snake legs? They are quick.
Hope Thompson. I'm sorry, Bob. We're running holes in the wind and running like snakes.
Let's do it. Oh, no. Ooh, I thought it was going to slip around and go over the head. It
Me
did
too,
not.
but it did not. Sometimes you can get a little underhand luck, but it stays on the nose of the calf. Watch this. It doesn't go over the top of the head, so that's an illegal catch. Plus, the rope didn't break away, so no time.
And look at her reaction to it. She's like, are you kidding me? Ricky Fanning, it's your turn, your time. Okay? Rhett's at home rooting for you, or maybe he's right here rooting for you. I don't know. But She won the Salt Lake City Olympic rodeo, so to speak. One Deadwood, Tarleton, Texas standout. 2 no time so far. We're going to change that tonight. Yes! Please tell me she's clean.
Boy, she hit that line hard. No penalties. All right, now Houston, you can say it, 2.7.
Now, for a lady that had won no money coming in, that's projected to win first and at 3,000. That would be enough for her to advance at the current time where we're at in the competition. Look out for Kendall. She came into the number 1 spot. Won the first round with a 3 flat. Hard running calf. Oh man, this dude can travel. 5.2. I remember that calf because he's got that little white right underneath his jaw. And ooh, this dude can gas it.
Yeah, but that dudette just stuck it on him like she owned him. That lady can also step off and run down there and tie one. What a family, what a hand. She's a darling. Let's do it again. Here's your last shot.
Kinley Bernice, Craig, Colorado. She's number 3 in the world. She won 2nd at Fort Worth. Got her over 20 grand. She's only won 2,000 so far. Needs another check. Lines him out. 3.2. And that will put her into the top 4. Good work when she needed it.
Okay, look how this stacks up though now. Because she is now 3rd with 4,001. Ricky Fanning, who's winning this round with a 2.7. Basically, McKenna Hickson has got to split 1st and 2nd. So that means she's got to be 2.7 or faster. That's what she needs to do to have a prayer of advancing. 2.7 or faster for McKenna from Casper. Nope. There comes a point in time where you just got to chunk it. The calf was way too far down the pen to get into the 2s, so she took a chance.
Well, 4 of these calves out of the 8 today ran. The first lady out. Oh, reach Jill now. Got it. Pull Jack. Good deal. Loved their own horse. Cheering it on. She said, I'll take it. Looking back, did I make it across that line? Even when you had bad times, it's still, yeah. There it is. Woo! Close. Jackie Crawford. Here's your world champion, the $1 million lady at 6,000. Here it is. No sweating now. Oh, look at this. You make a violin out of it, that's okay with us. That was the breakaway roping, and it was brought to you by Oxy.
If you want more, we're going to bring it to you. Bull riding when we come back in Houston, Texas.
You see those busy men and women working the gates and setting up the equipment? Say thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our arena crew.
Visit the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance at sections 103 and 124. Take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars, get an autograph, or pick up your Rodeo Houston belt buckle.
Joining me is Weston Timberman, past NFR qualifier, Resistol Rookie of the Year, and now you're Super Series champion tonight here in Houston. So you know a thing or two about how to take care of yourself. Weston, what does your nutrition routine look like during the regular season?
Yeah, I have a nutritional program. You know, at the end of the day, we're professional athletes, but it's also rodeo, and we're on the road a lot. So sometimes you got to eat what you can, but yeah.
Well, all your hard work is paid off with all your health. And how much do you love sports medicine and Houston Methodist helping you out here?
They keep us going down the road, you know. You get banged up, especially with my event, you know. It's a pretty physically demanding event. So we're super thankful for them to be here and take care of us.
Well, it's a tough event. Congratulations on all your success here at Houston.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to our friends at Houston Methodist for all they do for our rodeo competitors.
Yeah, he ripped his shirt. That's how physically demanding it was today. Oh, look at those blue eyes. a look outside NRG Stadium as some of our fans on this beautiful Saturday are soaking in the sun. Inside NRG, we are about to soak in some bull riding. Sponsored by Rock and Roll Denim. 16 tries, only 2 rides so far. This is the biggest score thus far. That's Tyler Bingham. He and Raleigh Johnson have tied by Raleigh rode the first round, Tyler in the second. Everybody else has got to fight for a spot, and that means get to the whistle.
Speaking of fighting, here's your bullfighters. On the left of your screen, the greatest of all time, Dusty Tuckness. The man in the middle, NFR bullfighter Nate Justice. And the man on the right of your screen, the fastest man on cleats, that is Bo Sheets.
Well, if you got those 3, you get this one. There in the barrel, 10-time NFR barrel man, John Harrison.
Houston, I got one question. Who's ready to ride some bulls? Come on, get a better seat. Let's do it. Buckle.
We're riding already, Taylor Toes. That was a rematch. He had that bull at the Central Wyoming Fair and Rodeo last July. He rode the bull for over 6 seconds in Wyoming. Today, less than 3. So Toes of Stephenville, Texas is out.
I love the name of this next bull from the Cervies. Damage Control. Usually makes my partners nervous when that term comes to light.
No, just Boyd.
Parker Bredding, past champion here at Rodeo Houston back in 2018. When they ride this bull, they average 83. Boy Pohlmeyer was 85 on this bull at the National Western, but he has already had one victim here in Houston. He bucked off Elijah Gore. But Parker Bredding is a talented cowboy that could make it. Ride this bull and you give yourself a shot. Oh no! Left foot came loose, Bobby T.
Well, he only had 24 hours after the last bull. That bull's had a week and a half of rest. The little Charlet, curly-headed bugger. He just did what he normally does.
Wow, look at Bo Sheets. That's Nate Justice. Scott steps over, and we look to one of the 2 men who have already ridden a bull. This is Raleigh Johnson. He won the first round with an 82.5-point ride. Now, here's a little secret about bull riding. When the crowd gets into it during the 8-second ride, subconsciously the cowboy hears you cheering. He thinks he's making a great ride, so he tries even harder. So let's help Raleigh ride another one. Who's abroad? Turning back to the left. Right-handed bull rider. Whoa! We just slammed him into the slide gate of the buck and chute. Watch this. The bull's going to turn back to the right. Not right here. This is going left, obviously. But when he turns back to the right, he makes a move, and bam!
That'd make you.
Now that normally would be a foul, but he had disqualified himself by slapping the bull prior to the foul taking place. I know he was saving his life, but that's just boilerplate.
Bolton Rutland, Westville, Oklahoma. Eclipse is the young bull from the Bailey Pro Rodeo string. They were 85 on this wide horn paint twice in San Antonio. Fulton won Kennewick, Washington in the Northwest back in August. Prairie Circuit finalist, hasn't ridden one in Super Series 4. An 8-second ride would greatly enhance his chances of getting another one in the semifinals. Bull's wadding up underneath him, trying to make it easy on him. Rutland is up to the challenge. Pull that tail and know you got a score coming, Okie. Oh, and it's gonna be a good one. Bull stays close to the chutes. Rutland's making moves, 86 and a half.
Good stuff. Our next bull rider won the round last night, and those earnings put him over the $1 million mark. We asked Tyler Bingham, how are you feeling about that?
Shoot, that's been a goal I've had since I was a little kid, ever since I wanted to join the PRCA, and I finally did it. I don't know what took me so long, but heck, I'm finally here.
That's the right attitude. Let's keep it up for the 13th ranked man in the world. He started it all in high school as a many-time national champion. This is the rematch on the bull called Pure Water. The last time this bull knocked him off at 7.2. He's down with a free hand, a little quicker than that today. Well, there'll be another day, and he'll get that bull again, I promise.
That bull threw a serious head fake to the right and then goes back left. And I think he pulled him down, and he took the bait.
And when those feet slide off that rope, I love Dusty Tuckness. Those sheets right there to protect the fallen rider. Okay, Kansas Law Dog. We need some law to go around here.
It's a great line, isn't it?
It is. Luke Mast, Hutchinson, Kansas, has a Bailey bucking bull with an 81% buck-off rate. This bull's been ridden 6 times, and of those 6 times, 5 times by right-handers. This guy's riding left. He'd be one of only 2 men to ever ride this bull riding left-handed. What do you say, Houston? Let's make some history here today. Let's have Luke Mast put it on old Hot Rocks. You ready?
What happened in a hurry? Oh, yes! Be a left-hander, get him roll!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Only the second left-handed bull rider to ever get it done. Come on, Texas! Tell the Law Dog from Kansas.
Right there, that first jump out gets a lot of guys down over the front of this bull called Hot Rocks. But Luke had to heat up in round 3 to try and get out. 89 points, your #1 man.
When you're next to go and you gotta be 90 in order to get to the lead in the round, he should not be listening to us, but Maverick Smith, let's see what you're doing from Missouri. Here is the kid. Last summer I watched him win at my hometown outdoor rodeo. That'd be in Reno, Nevada. You gotta come see us a couple of days out of the 10 we have it.
87 points to get the money he needs to advance, okay? Fulton Rutland sitting there with 86.5, that's 2,000. If he could get 87, he doesn't need to be 90, he's got to be 87. Come on, Maverick, it's a rematch. He had this bull in San Antonio.
But he comes down before the 8-second requirement, so it will be a no score. No score as the right foot breaks free for Maverick. And the Rogersville, Missouri man that we go to next is our defending champ, who has the same story on Smokin' Joe. He has to be 87 if he wants to beat Fulton Rutland for that 4th spot and try and defend his title from a year ago. As we told you before, he recovered from that broken arm that he suffered right before the National Finals Rodeo. He's qualified 4 times, but did not get to compete last December in Las Vegas because of that arm injury.
Now, when you've won this rodeo, you are a champion of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. You wear a different buckle, you walk a different style, and everybody else in your business is reminded of it when you walk in the room.
Another rematch. He had this bull in Strong City, Kansas. Smokin' Joe. 12-1, Bobby T. 92% buck-off rate. Can the Houston, Texas champion from 2024 do what needs to be done to try to repeat in 2025? TJ Gray had this bull in Super Series 1 and didn't get him conquered. Creek Young. He doesn't like the way he's wadded down on that right-hand side. Whoa. That'll get his attention. That'll get his attention.
And he's already marked 38 points.
Oh, we're going to have to re-pull again.
It looks like a pretty new rope. There's not a lot of rosin on it.
So last year, after he won Houston and over 55,000, he won another 100,000 at the American a week later. So in 2 weeks, he won $155,000 riding bulls. He then went on, competed all summer, but in September at our cinch playoffs in Puyallup is where he severely broke the femur in his arm. And because of that broken bone in September, he had to turn out of the National Finals Rodeo. Couldn't represent Rodeo Houston as our champion in Las Vegas because of the injury. He's back, going for 87. Not gonna get it. And he's been off for 6 months, folks, but he'll find his rhythm back. He will not be repeating as the reigning Rodeo Houston champion, but you can sure tell Creek Young you're still proud of him, because there's a lot there to be proud of in a 24-year-old cowboy.
Well, a pat on the back might not be a paycheck, but it does keep your confidence up. When a bull goes doing this to you in the chute, it takes a lot out of you. The very first jump, you're either set or you're not. Once you are set in the sweet spot, you get to stay there, at least for a full 8 seconds. When you're in trouble, oh, wow. That is when your body has to find out how tough it is. Says, thank you, Lord, I'll give you the credit, but I'll take the check home. That's bull riding on a Saturday matinee. Luke Mass, look at there. 3 3,000s and a 2. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Boy, everybody wants to be a flying guitar picker on a Saturday. And a big thank you to Rock and Roll Denim.
Stay with us, because up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats, thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants, S&B engineers and constructors.
Hey, hey, hey. I want you to get your phones out and scan the QR code. You could be on the Raisin Cane selfie cam. Let's see how this works. Everybody looking? Oh, they're doing it. Here we go, selfie cam time. Nice. Hello. There you go, guys. That's a whole committee in white right there. Mom, you brought her on the right day. There's a beautiful couple. Oh, ladies, get upside down on a Saturday matinee. I think that was a high. That's the way it works. For all of you that have been playing, thank you. I want to say thank you for the selfie cam shots. That was fun. Thank y'all. And a big thank you to Raisin Canes.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world. They come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now, Oxy is honored to present the other part of the team that these athletes cherish, the part of their team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over 3 decades ago of a legendary bucking horse named Hilda Blue. She was the Saddle Bronc Horse of the Year runner-up in 1989 and competed for 10 years in the Rodeo Houston finals. Her 20-year-old great-great-granddaughter is a horse named Blue Bonnet, and she has followed in her great-grandmother's footsteps. This horse is the mother of 12 babies and has bucked at top rodeos across the United States, including right here at Rodeo Houston. These animals were born to be bucking horses. They're loved and respected by the Cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of Hilda Blue's bloodline will be setting records of her own. Say hello to Baby Blue. She was born right here in Houston just a few weeks ago. You know, some horses are born to run fast. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. Bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect and worth. Why? Because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family as well. And they represent both the legacy and the future of rodeo. What do you say, Texas? Let's give all of our human and animal athletes a huge hand. They are the spirit in our show. And thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. You can see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit, which is right behind the junction. They have eyes, they can see you. They have ears, they can hear you. So go get up close and personal at the Born to Buck exhibit presented by Oxy.
Oh boy, guess what's coming up next? It's the calf scramble. Lots of clean white t-shirts. We'll change that.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Riley Pruitt is a 2-time national finals qualifier. He started roping when he was 7 years old, idolizing his father, world champion tie-down roper. Rodeo is in his blood. Riley and his wife Jenna have a daughter and a son who love to see their dad compete, but distance separates them. We want to make sure that your kids can join you on the road as often as possible with airfare from United Airlines. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, Riley. You are today's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United Airlines.
Well, there's a lot of people checking their phones. I'm glad to see those kids without one. Good job, happy families. Welcome on a Saturday. What a beautiful crowd in a beautiful arena at NRG. And a beautiful set of young people. Hey, hey, it's Calf Scramble time, sponsored by Transocean. Now, folks, tonight, we'll want to keep an eye out for the first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line. because that scrambler will have a chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 23rd. Let's join our hosts, Andy Seiler and Janie Johnson. There's Andy.
Thank you, Bobby T. Yes, it's me, down here on the arena floor. We've got 19 young ladies and 11 young men, all of them in 4-H and FFA, hoping to catch a calf. Now, Janie had a few extra moments to catch up with some of our scramblers. What can you tell us, Janie?
Andy, this is a group of extremely hardworking kids. We have one kid who plays left and right tackle in football. We have a kid who's an FFA president. We even have a kid whose grandpa showed horses here at Rodeo Houston. It's going to be a great group. Let's get it started with Kaylee Martin,
Owen Campbell,
Audrey Collier-Carr,
Logan Victory,
Colton Williams,
Kismet Bruton,
Adeline Johnston,
Bailey Vanya,
Riley Ruiz,
Haley Duarte,
Carson Wittenberg,
Adam Orozco,
Nicholas Davis,
Carlos Gomez,
Talia Bell,
Lillian Alvarado,
Ryder Aikman,
Presley Long,
Lillian Dudick,
Riley Henson,
Mariah Hume,
Sir Keelan Arnold,
Amber Pavlock,
Kendall Kutak,
Ava Cantu,
Hannah Dreher,
Elijah Harrison,
Eric Duddick,
Annabelle Green,
and Daisy Nical. Let's give it up for our calf scramblers for the 12th time. That's right, 12th scramble this year. We have 30 contestants, 15 calves, and every time we do this, there are 2 individuals that assist us in making sure everything goes the way it's supposed to. First, our calf scramble gate opener. Please welcome the president of Texas Tech, Lawrence Schoonevek. Our calf scramble starter, it is the NRG President of Consumer Business. Please welcome Rashesh Patel. Now it is up to the president, Mr. Skubanek, to open that gate so the calves can come up the lane and make their way to our big box. Once the starter drops the hat, it lets our kids know it is time to get rolling. The calves are getting close. The kids are waiting. Down goes the hat. Let's catch a calf.
The calf scramble raiders are ready and they are off chasing these calves, and a lot of speed here. We got to stumble on the ground, but some kids are taking the lead here. Number 4 has already got the tail. Number 4, Logan Victory. Now that's a good name for the calf scramble. He wants to be a game warden when he grows up. A lot of great kids here. Number 27, he's got one around the neck. Elijah Harrison, he rides bulls himself, so he knows how to handle these livestock. This is a tough and large calf right in front of the buck and shoots over here. This is the hard part, but getting that halter on is the key.
They don't call it a scramble for nothing. We are scattered all around the arena floor as Elijah Harrison, quick on the draw with that halter. He's got it on. Now he has to make his way to the big box in the middle of the arena to make that catch official. He's got to go from north to south to make, oh boy, little twist of the tail. He's got everything jump started.
Yeah, he's got his calf rolling across that line. They're almost there. Here we go. Come on, Elijah. Wow, that was a good run right there. Made it look easy in the end. Another one over by the buck and shoots. Got a nice red calf here. Just got to ease that halter on. And you know, it looked like we had a long ways to go, but sometimes these calves, they just decide they're ready to head towards the box. That's number 22 right there. He wants to be a team rover when he grows up.
Now, Janie, I have found Elijah, and Elijah, how were you able to catch so quickly?
I don't know.
You don't know. Now that you've caught, you're going to have the opportunity to bring a steer or a heifer back to the show. What are you going to bring?
A heifer.
What breed of heifer?
Beefmaster.
Is there anything you'd like to say to this committee that put everything together for us?
Thanks for the opportunity.
The opportunity is yours. Congratulations, Elijah Harrison of Dangerfield FFA.
Number 24, she's got the halter on her calf. That's Kendall Kutak. She's the cheerleader. She runs track. She plays volleyball. She's just an all-around athlete, and that's showing in the calf scramble.
Athleticism does pay off. As we got a group over here on the east side, 3 calves in a bunch. The kids are trying to catch up. It is a very large area. That is a great shot. Oh, no! Look out. A calf and scrambler are squaring off. That was number 29, Annabelle Green of Bonham FFA. Shucks.
That's number 18, Presley Long. He's a Texas A&M Aggies fan. He's got the halter on that calf. He's got a journey to go to get it to the box, and that is a big calf right there, Andy. I don't know if people understand how truly difficult this event is for these kids. It takes a lot of hard work to get those calves caught and across that line.
She looks at herself on screen, trying to get closer. That is another calf caught with the halter on. On the south end, we've got number 18. That's Presley Long, still trying to manage her catch. In front of you, number 24. That's Kendall Kuchak. There's number 18, Presley Long of Hamilton FFA. Seems like she's got her own cheering section down here in the southeast corner.
Lots of family and friends in the crowd, but so far so good. And you know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine is always standing by in case of any injuries to our competitors.
That was Owen Campbell of Goldweight FFA. Got that halter on. There's number 19, Lillian Dudick of Penelope FFA. Hold on. We are getting closer with Presley Long of Hamilton FFA. 18 and 19 trying to make their catches official. Here comes Lillian Dudick. As number 21, Mariah Hume of Cypress Creek FFA will make her catch.
We're back here to Lillian, it looks like. Her calf is starting to be a little difficult. Not really that interested in moving anymore, but we're getting some momentum going. And we're very close to that line for Lillian. She shows pig, she's in commercial steers, and we've just crossed the line in the calf scramble.
All right, so 19's in. Now we are still working on number 18. She has her own cheering section on the east side. That is Presley Long. And this calf is not wanting to cooperate, but she is not giving up. She's got about 5 steps left to go. She's gonna catch her breath. That halter is on and secured.
I think we just had a look at the family right there cheering her on. We are so close.
Yes, she is. Just steps away.
Go ahead and take a second and regroup. Catch your breath. Number 14 right there, Carlos Gomez. He's about to cross the line. He wants everyone to know that he just loves cattle. Well, he is in the right event. He's going to get to take one home. He wants a red Brangus.
It is great that he knows what he wants, especially when you get to catch a calf, because once you catch, you get the opportunity to be awarded a purchase certificate for a steer or heifer of your choosing. That's right. So that's why we talk about the breeds and what you want to bring back to the show, because you take that purchase certificate and you become part of a program that has awarded over $21 million in certificates and prizes to more than 24,000 students since it all started back in 1942. Raising an animal teaches them life skills such as the responsibility of caring for a living animal, financial accountability, record keeping, decision making, and communications as they keep in touch with their donors throughout this entire process. They will also develop self-confidence and practical abilities needed to show their steer or heifer in front of a judge during a fall progress show, and then when they return to the 2026 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. As you witness Nicholas Davis of Hardin Jefferson FFA trying to get that halter on. Hold on, sir. They're trying to catch the calf. And we have got, I believe that is 20, is that 28? I don't know, there's quite a few people in that group. It's turning into a party.
Great group of kids here, Andy. If it's number 28, that's Eric Dudick. He told me that hard work is all that he knows, and that is showing up here in the cow scramble. This entire group of kids, they work so hard And that shows in them being a part of this program, and that's going to continue on for a year-long journey and more.
A great sense of community in the calf scramble. That is Annabelle Green of Bonham FFA, the young lady that earlier on her calf slipped away, and she, at the very end of it all, is going to get that halter on. Her perseverance is going to pay off. All she has to do is get across that white line and then turn around and come right back in. Friends, she did it in the 12th calf scramble. Give it up for Annabelle Green. Thank you to Transocean, our sponsor of the calf scramble. Stay close. Chuck Wagon Racing is coming up soon.
Weston Patterson got more than he expected. Oh, how royal. My bad. It's our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, including our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Today, the Crown Royal Military Salute is proud to honor a United States Army Sergeant. He enlisted in the Army in 1998 and has held numerous roles. He has completed 24 combat tours in support of operations in Iraq, Afghanistan, as well as numerous no-notice contingency operations.
This Sergeant Major awards and decorations include the Leading of Merit Bronze Star Medal, Veterans Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, and many more. He is currently serving in the Army Headquarters Aviation Management Office. This is United States Army Sergeant Major Ruben DeViale. I want you to join me in thanking him for his sacrifice and service as we say thank you to Crown Royal for making this salute happen.
Weston Patterson got more than he expected. Listen to the Axis sounds of the night.
Everyone's in a good mood. Horses are ready. They love the grand entry.
Okay, go ahead.
Holy cow, that was a little more unexpected. I could not spur the last couple of jumps on my left foot. No, I was freaking having heck. That's a good horse.
Those are your Axis sounds of the night. Time for the first heat of Chuck Wagon Racing, brought to you by Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. Bobby T and Enrique have been a team. Boyd and Luis have been a team. And Andy and Janie have been a team. And because Bob and Enrique have been suffering, they get to pick first. So what's your team in the Chuck Wagon Heat 1, Bob?
I do believe it'll be Chevron. We won second with them last night.
How about you, Andy, Janie?
Kroger, we're going with Kroger.
Excellent. Okay. First lap, they're off. We have got Mustang Cat. Should be noted that Luis and Boyd have been winning.
And look at Chevron on the outside, but in the lead.
But I gotta go grocery shopping tonight. That runaway shopping cart is doing good as we turn on the north end. Cover your nachos.
Let's go, Kroger. Here we come.
Oh, look at there, look at there, look at there. We're gonna beat you. Oh my God.
Woo!
What?
I think it was Kroger.
I know it was.
We might have to take a look at this as we say thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. Yeah, it was.
Clear as day.
Look at all the footage you want, but all I can say is put it on the board. It's a point for us.
The jury is out. Andy and Janie, they get the win. Kroger, way to go. We pick them almost every night to find
If
the
this
off.
keeps going this way, there will come a time where Boyd and Luis get to pick again. And that's when you will go back to losing, although
people can dream.
Bob and Enrique are used to doing it.
Well, thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat.
All right, second heat, Baylor Medicine, Ford, and STX Beef. Bob and Enrique, you go ahead and pick.
We're going to go Baylor Medicine tonight. Enrique said he needed a shot.
Who are you all taking?
We'll take Ford.
I bet you would. I bet you would. Okay, Luis, they stuck us with STX beef, but that's okay. We've won with STX beef before. We're going to do it again. Enrique, I know you were busy during the first heat. You lost again. You should know that.
We won second. We won second.
There's no points for second, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. All right.
We're Baylor Medicine, Enrique.
We are STX beef. Call this for us, Luis.
Texas a gritar. If you're from Texas, loud and clear. Tell me, who did you pick? Ahí vienen los magníficos caballos. Here come those magnificent horses. A lot of speed. Somebody scream. Beautiful. Felicidades.
STX beef takes the inside lane. They block Ford on the outside. Ford moves to the inside. STX has to stand on the gas. Come on.
Get out your brooms, because it's a mess. I believe that's a sweep for Janie and Andy.
Oh, it feels good to win, Andy. Tonight, it's just all about us. We're just the winners. Sorry, Boyd. I know that this is disappointing for you.
You know, sometimes I love the graphics team. Can we show that graphic? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Sizzle, baby.
So you do realize now that because you won 2 races in one night, that tomorrow, me and Luis get to pick before you and Janie. You understand that, right?
Congratulations. Yes, sir. We're happy for you.
Yeah,
We're ready.
That's all right. You should be. Bobby T, I'm getting to the point where I don't like those two very much.
Well, they've lived this winning thing on beyond its reality.
You know, if they could just show the same humbleness when they win as we show when we win.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Boyd and
tomorrow,
humble in the
I'm
same
not going to
sentence?
pick anything. Enrique will just take what's left over.
Yeah, Boyd's the most
Tomorrow-
humble person that he knows.
Right. Tomorrow, Go Tejano Day is going to belong to us, Bob.
Thank you.
Okay.
We wish you all the best.
It's coming up soon, and we know y'all love it. It's one of your favorite events at Rodeo Houston. How do we know? The surveys tell us. Mutton Bustin's coming up pretty quick.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
The rodeo is just a great fit for me because it's just part of my DNA. We grew up learning the great values of ranching and farming. I think the great thing that the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo does is we celebrate our great, rich history of Western heritage. Very important that everyone understands the importance of agriculture in their everyday lives. The food that they receive on their table and the clothes on their back, and you don't have any of that without agriculture. And it's important that we make that connection with the public so that there's an appreciation of the people and the resources needed to make those things happen. One of the best things is seeing the kids and the students that are out there showing their projects. We need to continue to foster this educational opportunity for kids that are the next generation of farmers and ranchers and scientists and engineers that are going to help us produce the demands needed in this society. We have people coming here from all over the world that want to understand how we are able to do this each and every year. And our answer is we have 35,000 amazing, hardworking, dedicated volunteers. They are coming to the show to unite together for a common purpose, to serve their community through the mission of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And because of that, we're able to put this show on every year. We've done it for 93 years, and we want to do it for the next 100.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
It's time to vote for the hard luck moment. You be the judge as we name tonight's winner. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck.
So this is where we need you more than we ever have before. These are hard luck moments that happened in previous Rodeo Houston performances. We're going to show them to you, and then you're going to use your applause to tell us how hard luck that moment was. Now listen, we've gotten to 100 a couple of times, but that's it. I'm really hoping on a day like today with Warren Ziders we can get to 100 at least twice. As a matter of fact, let's start with a steer wrestler because they rarely get any love. And I want you to watch his horse and his foot. This horse is going to duck out to the left. His foot's going to hang in the stirrup. And this is Stephen Cully. Here it is from the back side of this look. His foot hangs in the stirrup, and rather than pulling his legs forward, they pull him back, and he has to hit the ground and roll like he landed in a sand trap. Folks, you got a job to do with your hands and voices. Let us hear you do it.
All right, 94. Now listen to me. Maverick Smith is next to go in the bull riding. Folks, he goes to college in Texas Tech. Oh my goodness, you talk about rip you out of there. Watch it when he wipes out the bullfighter with that kick. Right here, tripped him. Whoa, ripped him out of there. It hurt both of them. Let's go.
'95. Folks, I took a peek at this next one. If this one isn't 102, 102 doesn't exist. This is Tyler Bingham. Oh, Lord, help this man. Down he goes, hand hung in the rope. The bull is going to step on him. Watch this. He can't get his hand out of the rope. The bull comes around, and watch the feet of the bull. They step right on him. Get us to 102. Go!
Well, you're close, but he's going to be the winner with a 101. You did good, folks. You did really good.
During our last rodeo performance on Championship Sunday, we'll show you our top roughest rides. And the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Moment.
It's time for the Mutton Bustin', brought to you by HEB. And to host this competition, two people big enough to compete in it. We're talking about Janie Johnson and Andy Seiler.
Oh, that's too bad. Somebody's got sour grapes up top because we're totally happy for the Mutton Bustin' down here.
Oh, we're about to introduce you to the coolest kids in Houston. The Mutton Busters are ready. Let's get it started.
Here we go with Blair Brookmiller of Houston, Texas. Blair loves a calf scramble. Now you're in the Mutton Bustin'.
When she grows up, she wants to be a mom. And I love those cowgirl boots. How cute are those?
Emily Ardeo from Houston loves chips and queso. So do I, Emily.
She wants to be a teacher and a banker. What a well-rounded young woman she is.
Blake Bowman of Bel Air, Texas. Hey, I know somebody from Bel Air. 6-year-old who likes barrel racing and eating brisket.
I love the barrel racing too. We're good. We're up. Let's wave to the fans. Oh, what a tough young woman.
Ben Boyce, 6-year-old Ben from Houston, Texas, likes bull riding. Here's how you get there.
And a great ride, almost to the very end of the pin. Good job. Wave to the fans. Oh, we're still feeling good. We're happy to be here in Houston.
Longview's Kaysen Calloway. 5-year-old Kaysen loves ice cream and wants to be a train engineer.
Oh, I love that. And we're making a great ride. We're still on that Jeep. Good job.
Preston Lambeth, 6-year-old from Tyler, Texas. Go, Preston!
He loves the ribs and he loves the sheep and the mutton busting. Good job. Way to get it done.
Here comes a future computer programmer from Surprise, Arizona, Grayson Johnson. 5-year-old Grayson.
He loves the pizza! Exclamation point on that, and a great ride. Way to tough it out all the way to the end.
5-year-old Ruth Jones loves pretzels and wants to be a ballerina.
Well, look at how gracefully she rode that sheep across that pin. Good job. Love those pink boots.
Benjamin Morales, 6 years old from Crosby, Texas, likes sheep and wants to be in the family business.
Shout out to the family. Gotta love that. We're happy to be here as well. Give us a wave. There we go.
AJ Saldivar. AJ loves the chuck wagon racing. So do we, AJ.
Whoa, Andy, did you see how that sheep just leaped out of the chute? Made that a very difficult ride. Way to go. Way to battle through it.
We are blooming with Magnolia, Texas, and Savannah Thomas. Savannah, 5-year-old who loves corn dogs and funnel cakes.
Wants to be a teacher, but she's an amazing mutton buster. You can see those sparkly pink boots from across NRG Stadium.
Let's take you across the pond to Amsterdam with Oliver Zanordic.
Hang on, Oliver, you're almost there. We lost a boot, but we are still going. Woo! You gotta love that, Andy.
Cow, an international rider. I love it. Kate Rizzoli, 6-year-old Houstonian, coming your way.
There we go. Good job. We're happy. And a good hook 'em horns to the crowd.
Peyton Goodwin, a Sprang, Texas 5-year-old. Peyton loves fried Oreos and wants to work construction.
Very smart. Good job, Peyton.
Now it's Elizabeth Williams. Elizabeth comes from Houston, loves the rodeo parade, and wants to be an astronaut. Hold on tight, Elizabeth.
Come on, Elizabeth. Houston is cheering for you. Good job.
Final mutton buster to go. Carolyn Dorton of Montgomery, Texas. Go, Carolyn!
Way to go, Carolyn. We're still hanging on. Wow. Way to battle through that. What a great ride. We're happy. We know we're winners. Good job.
A fantastic lineup for our Mutton Busters, and they're going to leave here with multiple memories. First, they get a medal for being here and riding in the Mutton Bustin'. Along with that back number, it's got their name on it, and it's a memory they will never forget. But each and every time we do this, we have one of our Mutton Busters that was able to ride a little bit farther. They might have done it a little bit better on this particular afternoon. We have our champion, and our champion's going to have a chat with Janie.
Carolyn, you did so great out there. What do you think about the Mutton Bustin'?
Thank you.
These fans, they absolutely loved you. Did you have fun out there?
Yes.
Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?
An animal doctor.
An animal doctor. You're so smart, too, and you're a champion in the Mutton Bustin'. What do you think about Rodeo Houston?
It's awesome.
Everybody here loves you. Congratulations, Carolyn. You're going to be our champion in the Mutton Bustin'. We're going to present you with this buckle from HEB and Lisa Helfman. Let's hear it for our champion, Carolyn Dorton, in the Mutton Bustin'.
Thank you to HEB for sponsoring our Mutton Bustin'.